a certification reserved for the finest Swiss watches, meets strict finishing standards. Welcome back to the dial, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are gonna break down potentially the best, some of the best, if not the most underrated yet overrated luxury watchmaker. But before I get into that, a quick shout out to our official channel sponsor, and that is Luxury Time. If you're looking to find that one piece just to complete that collection, or you're looking to let some go and get some bang for your buck, Luxury Time is there to sort you out. And when you get there, let them know that the dial sent you. Go to www.luxurytime.co.za and start your watch loving journey. Today, we're going to talk about the oldest, one of the oldest, I beg your pardon, before I get cooked, not the oldest, one of the oldest, and arguably the most revered name in horology to some people. And yes, I'm talking about Vacheron Constantin. A brand that is so steeped in history that it predates the French Revolution itself. And yet it continues to push boundaries in modern watchmaking. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So let's talk about the origins and the heritage of Vacheron Constantin. So let's rewind. Let's rewind to 1755. The world looked very different, by the way. Back then, Louis the 15th ruled over France. Mozart was still a toddler, and in Geneva, Switzerland, a 24-year-old watchmaker named Jean-Marc Vacheron founded what would have become one of the greatest names, one of the greatest watchmaking dynasties. His philosophy? Precision, craftsmanship, and the commitment to innovation. And here's a fun fact about Vacheron Constantin. Vacheron Constantin is the oldest continuously operating watch brand in the world. So not the oldest name that belongs to Breguet, as we know, but the oldest continuously operating watch brand. Unlike other brands, beg your pardon, that went dormant and was revived later on, Vacheron Constantin was never stopped. And well, we are here where we are. So, even during the French Revolution, the Napoleonic Wars, and the two World Wars, this brand kept creating timepieces over and over again that were ahead of its time. It even survived the quartz crisis in the 1970s, when most switchwatch brands either shut down or compromised their heritage. But Vacheron, oh no, Vacheron stayed the course. Vacheron committed to its mechanical watchmaking heritage. So, the big three. And why Vacheron? On the channel, you guys know we speak about this very often, and it will always be a content of discussion. If you've been around watch circles, and you've probably heard about the famous Holy Trinity, right, of watchmaking: Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, and Vacheron Constantin. These brands set the gold standard of haute horlogerie, but Vacheron often gets a bit of the back end of the stick compared to the other two. Why is that? Patek Philippe is known for its investment value. Audemars Piguet has the Royal Oak, which dominates the luxury sports watch market. But Vacheron is like a connoisseur's choice, the brand that whispers class instead of shouting out loud. It's for people who know their watches but don't need everyone else to know what they got on their wrists. Sorry, Matt. Iconic models worn and done by Vacheron. Of course, we cannot talk about Vacheron and not mention the overseas. Vacheron's answer to the luxury sports watch market. So, the Vacheron Overseas is Vacheron's take on the luxury sports watch in and of itself, which was originally introduced in 1977 as the 222. Designed by Georges Hessig, it was their answer to Audemars Piguet's Royal Oak and the Patek Philippe Nautilus. But while those watches are now cultural icons, the Overseas flies under the radar, sleek, refined, and versatile. Its modern features feature a quick chain strap system, making it one of the most practical luxury watches you can own. Number 2, the Vacheron Patronomy. Timeless dress watch perfection. So, the Vacheron Constantin Patronomy, pure, elegant, and almost everything you want a dress watch to be, in my opinion. Inspired by the 1950s design, it strips away unnecessary detail, leaving out the essentials, or rather, leaving only the essentials. The ultra-thin models, absolute perfection. The Historique collection from Vacheron. So, Vacheron's Historique, collection is possibly, you can think of it as like an album's greatest hit, reinterpreting vintage designs with modern craftsmanship. The American 1920, with its diagonal dial, a bold statement piece, the Cour d'Ivoire chronograph, a nod of mid-century watchmaking excellence. Every piece in this collection tells a story. The art of complications. Well, Vacheron, Constantin, and complications go hand in hand. Complications are where Vacheron truly flexes its muscles. The Celestia Astronomical Grand Complication, released in 2017, has 23 complications and tracks everything from solar time to tidal effects. And then there's the reference 57260. The world's most complicated watch, with 57, I repeat, 57 complications. A pocket watch masterpiece that took 8 years to create. So, finishing in craftsmanship. Well, here is where Vacheron truly shines above all. Every watch that bears the hallmark of Geneva, a certification reserved for the finest Swiss watches, meets strict finishing standards. We're talking hand-polished bezels, Côte de Genève striping, pelletage decoration, and flawless movement assembly. Even the parts you'll never see are beautifully finished. So, in 2025, where does Vacheron Constantin stand? It is still a brand for the purists, people who appreciate artistry over the hype, over the noise. It may not have the resale dominance of a Patek or the street appeal of the Audemars Piguet, but it offers something different. Timeless elegance at its absolute finest. The Overseas is finally getting recognition it deserves, in my opinion. The Patronomy remains a benchmark in dress watches. And their high complications, well, they remind the world that Vacheron Constantin is still in a league of its own. It really, really is. But what do you guys think about the brand, the legend, the myth that is Vacheron Constantin? Personally, I think it deserves to be in the top 3. Maybe in recent times, they've had a bit of ups and downs here and there, maybe a few other, arguably some microwatch brands really shining through compared to the other part of the top 3. But if you've been following Watches and Wonders, and you should have seen in our previous video, then you know why Vacheron Constantin is still up there and remains a league of its own. But before I go, one more word from our official channel sponsors, and that is Luxury Time. If you're looking to sell a watch, if you're looking to buy a watch, if you're looking to add to your final collection, or just bolster and finally enter the world of luxury watchmaking, Luxury Time are your guys. Head over to www.luxurytime.co.za and let them know that the dial sent you. When you get there, they'll look after you and you won't regret it. Trust me, neither do we. But that's all from me. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the brand Vacheron Constantin. Until next time, never forget to stay on the watch.